Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwander and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Jeff Seeley, who's CEO of Guru International. Welcome, Jeff.
Thanks for having me, Gerhard.
So you're a sales training guru in this field. How did you learn how to sell?
Well, I wouldn't call myself a guru, first of all, because I really am not a big fan of that particular terminology. I think I'm more of a student of sales, quite honestly, and how I really learned was I needed money. So when I was 13, 14 years old, I convinced the local newspaper to give me a paper route even though I was underage to have one. And the paper route I took over had about 60–70% of the customers were getting a paper. And I did the math real quick that they wouldn't let me expand the territory. So I needed to figure out how to make more money in my territory. So I started really going door to door and pushing papers and offering other things with my paper service, and assured my customers that, quite honestly, that their paper would be always on their porch, not in the rain, not those types of things. And so my value creation at 13 years old, which I didn't even know, was still the fact that I would deliver your paper very different than the last kid did, because all I heard was complaints about the paper was in the bushes or underneath the sprinkler or was always left out in the rain. And so that's really how I got into sales. And then, quite honestly, when I graduated from college, I was a failed accountant. I worked for 6 months in the accounting world for one of the big 8 firms. That's just told my age, but I moved immediately into consulting because I sold a client on a big consulting engagement that I had no idea what I was actually going to do to fulfill it. So then that set me on the sales trajectory.
So what do you love about selling?
That's a great question. I think there's so many things about it. First off, I love the interaction with people. How you can collaborate and create this synergy with a customer that is so powerful. And that, if you're in operations, I'm certain there are things that you can do, but in sales, it's this energy around problem solving. And for my mind, it's like, how do you engage more people to problem solve? Because if I'm doing my job as a salesperson, I'm understanding and uncovering problems that you may or may not even know you have. And then secondly, I'm working with you and your team to figure out how to make your organization even better. And I find sales more about business than any other aspect of business. Now, I'm certain accountants, lawyers, operations people would disagree with that, but I think there is more impact in sales than there is in any part of the business world.
And you never have any problem where people say, well, selling is sort of a lowly profession that is not very ethical?
Well, I will tell you a great story really quickly here. When I went back to my undergrad alma mater, I was an accounting major, and I went to a fairly decent-sized school, but there's still not everyone got jobs in what was then the Big 8, now the Big 4, and so the number of people who got jobs in the Big 8 was pretty small for our school. So the fact that I had a job at the Big 8 put me kind of in the upper echelon of my graduating peer group. When I came back about 1.5 years later, one of my accounting professors grabbed me and said, "So how's it going? You're working for Ernst & Whinney. How's it going? And what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm now not." He goes, "Were you in audit or tax?" I said, "No, I'm actually moved into consulting, and I'm doing a lot of sales and marketing consulting, and I'm getting my MBA." He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry the accounting thing didn't work out." And I kind of laughed. And I said, "Well, it's really worked out quite well for me." Fast forward 30 years, we actually created a professional selling institute at this university. And one of the professors who did have a lot of confidence in me was actually the person who got us to start this with the university. And now he calls me all the time on business things, nothing to do with accounting. So I really laugh because basically in the minds of the accountants, I was a failure, but in my own mind, it was something that was just an incredible transformation in my career, that I'm as passionate or more passionate today than I was 30 years ago when I started.
So you see selling as a fulfilling and as a noble profession?
Oh, absolutely. Now, I think like any profession, there are people who don't hone their craft, quite honestly, and don't take it seriously. There are people who play golf who don't take it seriously, and they're still shooting 95 or 105. And so I think, but true sales professionals, it's one of the highest paying jobs in the world.
Right.
The energy that you get, the hard work that goes into it, it's not an easy job by any means, and the more things you're I can't imagine working for Boeing trying to sell commercial airlines. That's a tough job.
Thank you, Jeff. For anybody who would like to become a better salesperson, go to Karoo.com.